Welcome back. So, we got the February monthly towers. So, we're going to start with this one. To beat the new tower in Ring 9. We got their awesome music for Ring 9. But basically, to find this tower, you just have to go all the way to here, Tower of Scaling Pillar, and there's a reason why I have vertical mobility still out. And no, I'm not beating this tower with vertical mobility. I'm actually going to do it legit. We're going to put this here. But yeah, to find this tower, you have to go to the library. So as soon as you enter in the castle, we don't talk about that. You'll see it's like peak intense. This tower is really good, which sucks only because that it's a temporary tower. But I mean, it will be permanent eventually in like August. So we have about like 6 months before it's like permanent. But yeah, Tower of Scaling the Pillar. Shout out to this creator for making a really good tower. I played through this tower. It's really fun. Also, do not fall, because if you fall, you have to restart. So yeah, let's begin. So this tower's got some pretty cool jumps. As you see, for this, you just have to go here and then flick up. It's not too bad. Difficulty's relatively consistent. I mean, relatively good. So we have these like ball wraps. They're here kind of often. They're not too bad though. But for this jump, you want to angle out and then just kind of wrap in. It makes it a little bit easier. Then you just wrap out, and then you have to wrap all the way out and then kind of go in. Otherwise, that could happen. So it's not difficult of a tower at all, but it can cause a challenge, especially on the late floors, as there are jumps that are definitely pretty difficult. So yeah, this tower is very short. You could probably be in about 10 minutes on a good pace. Also, I should probably disable cosmetics and put on invisible players because some people. Oh, dude, Gamut is here. That is pretty awesome. So for that, you kind of want to jump up and then go in climb animation. And for this, you just kind of want to get here and then go out like that, just so you can actually go onto it. And then you have some pretty simple jumps, just kind of be angled out like I am because you're angled. But for this, you want to flick up, go in, and then just like wrap out, not on the wall twice, and then you should be good. And then for this, you just want to kind of like jump out. Don't worry about hitting your head there. You can't even hit your head there. Then you wrap around, and then you have this mechanic, which is you definitely need to learn. So you have to do this wrap. These are shape shift blocks. They change in size, rotation, and position, but only when you touch them, and they do not carry you. That's pretty much how they work. And yeah, it's good to know them. They're put throughout the entirety of the tower, except for floor 1. But yeah, floor 1's pretty easy. And you go into floor 2 and immediately see some. So yeah, basically you just have to wrap on the right a couple times, but wait till the last second because yeah. So for this, you just kind of want to wrap as late as you can because I was barely able to make that. And they do go away after a while, so don't worry about getting soft locked. No, you have to do this twice. They do expand a little bit, as you see, except for this one, apparently. But yeah, once you're done, you have some simple wraps, which you can actually save on one of them. And they're not too bad. You have this jump. You want to jump kind of towards the left, and then you just got to be prepared. As soon as this wall passes, head it up, and immediately go away from it. But there's two options you can do. You either go to a corner or go directly to the center. But basically, you have to get towards here. And then you have to do this fun little wraparound. And then you have to dodge this again. So get as close as you can and then immediately go towards the edge and then just immediately go and just pray make it. And then you have this puzzle. This puzzle's not that bad. You basically have to spawn this push box, and then you have to push this onto the platform, and then you have to hit that, and then when it gets close to those, you have to hit it, but not too close. Basically, you gotta kind of deal with that. So we gotta spawn this, we gotta push it on, and then we have to hit this, and then kind of like hit the one when it's like a couple seconds away, and then hit the 2, and then hit the 3. You might have to change your camera orientation a little bit, but it's not too bad. You just have to make sure you can get it on enough so you can hit that button. Once it's that button, you don't have to do these terrible timings anymore. So you just have to get as close as you can, immediately start going, get to the other side, and then immediately start going. And you're pretty much good, so yeah, you have to do this again. And then you're done with that section, never have to do again, unless you fall down before, so. Yeah. After these, you just have some very turn-based wraps. For this one, I kind of put my back towards the wall like that, but it's probably better if you just do it like this, because it makes the jump a billion times easier. And for this, wrap like that, it makes it a little bit easier than trying to do that. And then for this, you just want to jump, turn around like that, not too difficult. And then it's pretty simple. For this, you just have to see this move, and then you just have to do a simple ladder flick, and that you only need about 2 seconds to do all of it, but if you want to go faster, you can go faster. Yeah, so this tower is really fun. I really recommend playing this, especially if you have the skill. And then, yeah, oh, I forgot this jump. You just have to kind of like jump out. There's not much you can do. You just kind of have to do it. I didn't hope you make it. And then once you do that, you have to kind of wrap into this. And then you do a head hitter up. And now you're on floor 3, I think. Yeah, floor 3. You see that locked area. You have to do this wrap around. By the way, those are 2 of that. But then you have this. You have to spawn this, and then immediately spawn this, and then immediately spawn this. And then when it gets close, you have to spawn that. And the reason why you want to spawn them like that is because they disappear pretty quickly, as you saw. So yeah, after that mechanic, you can actually go this way. And by the way, I'm assuming most of this progress stays unless like it'll soft lock you, then it just resets. But yeah, this you just dodge the kill brick, pretty simple. And then you have this, you just go on this, and then you jump here, you jump onto this, quickly go around, jump off, do some more wraparounds. Pretty simple. Then after that, you have this simple truss flick, and then you have this cool puzzle. So you have to spawn the push box, you have to push it onto the X pusher, you have to push it all the way through, and then you have to wait for this to just pass the button, and then you just jump. Like, wait for that corner to pass this part, so wait for right there, and then go. And you should do that pretty much every time. Be careful that as that push box could fall off the edge of the X pusher if you somehow push that off. I don't know how you could do that, but it's possible. So yeah, after that, you have relatively simple gameplay. Simple reps, and then you can actually save yourself on these. But you do go out quite far, so it's not easy. By the way, you have to do this on the left. Don't do an impossible wraparound. And then after this, you have this mechanic. You have to hit this, and then you have to immediately jump to this, and then immediately wrap around, because you only have 4 seconds. And I do recommend hitting that go out, because you probably could jump to there and be okay directly, but I would recommend doing that just in case. And then for this, you can just jump on this and then quickly do this wraparound, and you want to stay on there and quickly do that. But it's recommended if you go in there, sight reading, just jump, then jump there, and then just wait a cycle, then do that, as you only have 2 seconds. But if you fail, you could likely save. By the way, that you just have to like get towards the edge, jump out, and then use this ladder to your advantage, please. But anyways, after that, you are on floor 4. So you have to go on the frame. You have to go on top of this, wrap up, and then you have some of these. You have these rising platforms. You have to jump, and then just quickly go around all of these. And yes, you do have to wrap around on that one. It's kind of say, if you hit that, you'll get teleported. I don't know where, because yeah, I did this section. I was able to slightly read this jump. But yeah, this, you just have to do these simple wraparounds. It's not too much to say. For this, just kind of wrap and then go in like that, and then you just want to wrap out like that. And then for this, you want to get kind of lower and then just do one of those, header like that. And it'll be good. Just be mindful on these jumps, as your momentum is a bit messed up because of the orientation of the studs. So yeah, darker parts can't glide false, so you can glide through them. Be mindful of that. Just like Tower of Astronomical Cleanless Notes. Anyways, you have that wraparound, and then you have this really cool puzzle. So you see that's where the push box spawns. So you want to spawn it like right on top, as it's like literally gonna spawn on top of it. And if you time it a little bit different, it's just gonna mess up. But basically, now you have to dodge this. You have to push it, kind of like swing it around. It's a very cool mechanic. It's kind of sad that this is a monthly tower, not a permanent. But I mean, it will be permanent in that one area. And then once you do that, you'll go back. But yeah, this tower's like pretty cool. It'd be cool if it stayed in for a while, but and don't jump down to there. Just wrap to that, unless you can jump down to there. But you can probably try it. That's probably what you're supposed to do, but doing that skip is better. And then you have to dodge for this. If you miss it, you'll get teleported a little bit back. Basically, you want this to be like right under the platform, and then just kind of hold W in space, and you'll make it just fine. And now you have this. You have this. Just kind of jump up to here, and then you have this. You just have to like go around like that. It's a weird jump, but yeah, this is like not slanted at all. But it kind of looks slanted. And then you have these darker parts you have to jump on. And then you can actually do a skip here. You can just straight jump to there, but it's easier if you go around. So I don't know why you would flick to there unless you were like Logan and you're just bad at sight reading, or you're me, which is 10 times worse at sight reading. I make fun of Logan ISL for sight reading. That's like, I should stop doing that. But I'm gonna stop making fun of Logan ISL's sight reading skills. So yeah, you just jump to there, and then you have to do this. You just have to time it over, and it does follow with. So you could just push all 3 times, and that seems to work beautifully. But what you're really supposed to do is you have to just carefully time this over like that, except actually land it, and be careful. You get a ton of momentum. So yeah, you just have to carefully do these. Yeah, and then eventually you get it down. I should try to actually do this. I recommend as soon as it bounces in the air to actually go, but for some reason I am unable to do this. I would just... You know what? This is what I'll recommend for this. When this bounces up into the air and it's about to fall down and when it's at its highest, just hold D, okay? Or just go forward on that swisher. It'll work. Apparently, because apparently I can't do any other method. So do that method. Just copy what I did the last 2 times I did this. So yeah, then you have these. You can flat side them. If you try to time this so that could potentially save you, and it probably will. Yeah, you have this challenge. It's very easy. This spawns that. You have to spawn this and wait for this to just go over. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You gotta wait for this to start going over so you can actually make it. And if you do it right when that goes in, you won't make it, but like you have to wait a little bit for the end of that cycle before it moves to the left to make that. And also, what do you think of this frame? It's a very thin frame. It kind of like this tower's just cool. And then once you do that, you're on floor 6, I believe. Yeah, this is floor 6, so you're halfway done. And you're gonna be here way less time. I'm just talking, so I'm like actually commenting on the jump, so it's taking a bit longer. And for this, you just kind of have to squiggle through like still squiggly wiggly. And yes, I'm actually remember that still. Now, I was like the only one that liked that still, even though there were a couple jumps at the end that were a bit weird. Yeah. For this, you just have to kind of like, you can walk across it. That's what I recommend doing. It makes it easier, unless jumping is easier. But yeah, then you have this mechanic. You have to angle out like I just did. Here, I'll show a better representation of it. Basically, you have to angle out and then just wrap it. And then you have to go on top, left, and then you have to go here, wrap onto this. Wrap at an angle so you can land here. And then you have to get low so you can wrap around onto this, and then you can go through. And also you can make it flung a little bit there. Be careful. Don't jump down, you'll fall through. And now you have this mechanic. I recommend going here, and then just hitting this, and then just immediately going through this, doing that, and then just going for here, and then hitting that. It might take you a try or two just because those are kind of weird, but yeah. The first jump is, that jump is really difficult set up for it, and then this jump is just kind of be careful. After that, you'll get a button, and then you have this button progress. Be careful as these jumps are kind of difficult, but they're not too bad. And then for this, you just kind of have to wrap around, and then go around, and pretty simple jumps to say the least. And now you're on floor 7. So floor 7, you just have to jump onto this, and then you have to go around this spherical object across the ceiling. It's nothing too bad. If you have helicopter powers, I recommend it. If this you want to get towards the corner, just wrap far, head hitter up, and then do this. And by the way, that's just nothing. You want to get kind of far just because of that, and then you just want to kind of angle out so you can make it. And then you have to go on top of this, go down, and then just kind of go. And you want to go down, otherwise you'll hit your head. And then for this, you just want to go to the side, kind of. You don't want to go to there. You kind of have to do this. So I kind of have to do that. It's a weird jump. But yeah, for this, you want to jump and then just immediately hold D and then jump off, as that is very tight. And then after that, so you want to just jump on that and just hold D the entire time. And then you want to go there, and then you want to quickly wrap around and then jump off. Because of that. And then you have this almighty jump. You have to be very low, otherwise you'll hit your head. And if you fail it, I mean, you'll save, but you're going to lose a bit of progress. But yeah, it's nothing too bad. Don't jump there. For the love of God, do not jump there. You can't collide with that, and you're going to fall all the way down. And plus, it's a mechanic you haven't even learned yet. This is the mechanic. Parts like this are conveyor morphs. They switch between being a normal part and a conveyor. You won't see these often, by the way. Please don't touch that. Oh, by the way, that becomes darker than the floor. Except for this, but, I mean, you don't really see the mechanic there. I lied. You see the mechanic on the last floor. Don't worry about that. And also, say hi to, Lava Coldyless. That's what I'm calling him. Icequapolis. I don't know. That, hopefully that doesn't mean anything. Let's say hi to Mr. Snowman here. It's been vacant. And by the way, this is the first time you see the mechanic. You have to wait for it to be right when it goes to the beginning of the cycle. And then you just have to jump, and then you just have to time that. It's a pretty easy momentum jump. But yeah. After that, you can do that, and then you just have to wait for this to cycle to its collidable stage, and then you just jump off. They're pretty easy. There's a couple that are really tight, but they're for later. And then you have this mechanic. You just have to time it. It's a very tight timing, so you just kind of have to spawn. Hope you spawn at like the perfect time starting it. Try to get it so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That kind of beat. So just chime it down to that 3, I guess, or the very end of that 3. Because once you get that button, you just go across this. And don't fall. Well, I mean, if you fall, you'll be okay, but you still don't want to fall. This tower is kind of punishing. This is a really good tower, Alpha. And after that, you're on floor 8. So you just have to jump, go in. And then you have to stay on this side, and then you have to do a head hitter up. And then after that, you can just wrap onto here. And then this jump sucks. You have to kind of like go here, jump far, and just pray you make it. And then I recommend jumping when this is not collidable, so you can actually time this well. Because if you just go, you'll likely fail it. But if you wait for it to be on its black part, you can just jump on it, worry free, and then just go on that. Yeah, after that, you have some more spherical objects to go around. And then you just do a simple wrap. And now you have this mechanic. So this mechanic, you just have to jump, you have to spawn in it, and you gotta push this thing. You have to push it this way, so you have to get as close as you can. And then you just have to push it. And then just like that. You have to do it twice, and this thing is really tight in timing. I mean it. So you kind of have to just push it halfway. Get as close as you can. When it bounces up, you just have to push and pray you make it. It's just very tight timing. You just have to hope you can pull it off. It might take a while. I recommend practicing this tower. And yeah, by the way, for that, just do that. And just do this. Yeah, I recommend playing this tower so you can know how to do the jumps. And then actually try to beat the tower, because it's a cool tower. It's monthly. You won't see it for a while. So you have these, and then you have this. You just have to jump and then just kind of go inside like that. It's weird. And after that, you do some simple wraps. Then you have to do this big wrap around onto this. And then you have one of these, so just gotta carefully go around. If you fail, you can probably save them. Like, right there, there. And then you have this mechanic. And now you're on floor 9, so you have this. Oh boy, this section. So you have to wait for this spinner to pass. You have to jump on this yellow and then immediately go forward like that. And wow, that was a pretty lucky save. So basically, you have to jump on there, you have to hold space and W. Ooh, I'm really messed up. Okay, we're good. So yeah, basically what that mechanic is you have to spawn that yellow thing, and then you just have to hold W. So you have to go on the platform, wait for the spinner to pass, and then just kind of like hold W in space on it, and then you'll be able to pass it. It's the most difficult out of all that, so just don't worry if you're going to fail it. If you fail it, you can be like me and likely save. You're probably going to get way luckier with the save too. The only reason I say that is, well, I got flung and almost lost everything. But yeah, it's overall not too bad. Failing, you're going to make it back incredibly quickly. Except for doing floor 8 all over again. And this jump. Well, yeah, I'm not doing a cut. I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing it. Also, I want to get these out rather quickly because I didn't get the January ones out in time, so I still have to upload those, which I will upload before these because, you know, chronological order, that just makes the most sense. Well, yeah, that's probably why I sound quiet, because it's not a weekend and I'm trying to get these out, which is not a good idea because sleep is very important. Please don't sacrifice your sleep unless you really need to. But if you can, just sleep. Please, sleep is very important. Basically, you just want to wait for this to pass. At the very end, then just kind of jump forward, and then you have to wait for this to pass. Basically, you just have to kind of go there, and then you have to immediately wrap around, immediately jump on that yellow platform, jump back onto this, and then you go to here. It's very intricate. And then you just have to wait for this to be collidable, and then you just have to jump on it, jump off. I recommend jumping towards. I recommend going on the beginning and then jumping at the end for maximum thing. Wait for the spinner to just pass entirely, jump onto this, jump across, and then you have 10 seconds to quickly go to here, jump onto this, then angle out and jump around like that. Once you do all of that, you're done with that section. And then you have one of these, and then you just jump onto this. But you have this pretty cool safety net, except you have to go down more. Oh yeah, I have this mechanic. Just wait, just keep pushing until that pretty much is just passed. Wait Wait for it to pass a little bit and then go. Try not to walk off. You kind of have to do that twice. Oh my god, I'm timing all this wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I did not hit it. Basically, you just gotta wait for the spinner to pass and then jump on these. They're pretty easy. Once you hit both of the buttons, though, you just have to do the wraparounds. I don't know what happened there, but 49 is really short, so we're gonna do 49. Yeah, it's just the very beginning of this that's really difficult. It gets really easy. Now, there are some areas that could make this tower remorseless. I think this tower is like low remorseless. It doesn't really feel like I-10s, but I mean, it does kind of give like never-ending fun vibes, if you know what I mean. So it could qualify as that, but that tower kind of had like checkpoint stuff. This tower is a bit more punishing, and some of the jumps are a bit weird, so this could make you feel, oh yeah, you just gotta wrap and then just land it. I don't know what happened. I think I flat-set it horribly. Basically, you have to jump towards the edge, probably there, I guess, and then just jump and wrap. And then you have this. You see that? If you push this, you hit that, it pushes you back. So you have to jump quickly, go on this, try to make it go a bit slower, and just jump off towards the end. Try doing it a bit earlier because of that. But yeah. Anyways, you just have some simple jumps after that. This ladder flick. I'll call that the ladder flick of stairs to pain. I don't know. But anyways, for this, you just want to get kind of like the fourth stud up and then just kind of like go around. Or fail. That was kind of scary, but thankfully we didn't fall that far. We just have to do this jump again, which I almost just failed. I said that, but I was probably not even close to failing. So we have the ladder of stairs to pain we just passed. Get to the fourth stud, just go around. And then when you actually land this jump, what you have to do is you just have to go on this, and then you just have to push this. Push it kind of slow. You don't need to be too slow. You just have to jump onto this. And then on the final floor, do not touch the frame. It's okay if you touch the frame. It teleports you back. And it's actually kind of good to touch the frame. And the reason I say that is because if you're falling and you hit this frame, you're getting teleported back to floor 10, which is amazing. So yeah, you just have to jump to here, then just kind of like wrap around onto this, and then you have to get kind of low and just then wrap around again, wrap onto here, and then just wrap onto this, and then you just have to wait for this. This one's kind of tight, so you just kind of have to jump towards the net cycle, so it's in 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2, kind of like that. And then you just have to spawn this, and then you have to quickly wrap around to this. Wrap around big time. Try not to hit that frame. If you do, please don't worry about hitting the frame. You're only getting teleported back to the beginning of the floor. And this floor is pretty short, especially at the very end. Basically, this you have to wrap and then go in, hit it up, and they have another tight timing, except this you have to be towards the very edge, because you have to do an actual wraparound. But that jump isn't too bad. After this, you just have to do a wraparound like that. Try to jump a little bit earlier or a little bit later. I don't know. Jump later because of that, but jump earlier because that's going up. Then you just got to wrap around here, do a head hitter up. And then you have this, you just have to hit the very edge and then just like head it around. It's kind of tipping, not too bad. And then you have the last like final big mechanic. And this is the final stretch of the tower. So you have to align this as well as you can towards the center. Push this, quickly move out of the way, because that thing pushes strong. But once you hit it, you got 15 seconds to literally do the rest of the tower or fail. Oopsies. So basically, yeah, I'm probably gonna do a cut, but I'm very far. I don't want to mess this up. Basically, at that point, you just have to beat the tower. The jumps are very sight readable, and I'm probably gonna cut to just me beating this tower. Well, yeah, it's also very late, and I don't want to wake people up. So yeah, that's this tower. That's why you want to touch the frame. So if you fail, you can actually save yourself. But it does kind of suck because if you fail, you could just fail further down and never make it back. Yeah. The end of this tower is just becoming a big mess, like my low challenges. That jump is weird, it's just difficult. And yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, if you fail, if you don't do it in 15 seconds, you just have to redo it, so just get as close as you can towards the center. And then just pray it lands on it. And then you just have to do these jumps don't actually mess up this jump. It's not that hard. But once you do that, you just beat your monthly tower. So yeah, that's that. It's a pretty fun tower, not gonna lie. And yeah, that's that tower. And yeah, sorry for being quiet. I don't want to wake everybody up. It's really late. I should be sleeping right now. Really, don't tell anybody. But yeah, that's that tower. It's really fun. I highly recommend playing it. So yeah, now that that's done, now it's time to beat the new steeple in Silent Abyss. So Silent Abyss has a new steeple, and by the way, there's been a tutorial added for the ring select if you haven't been there for the first time. Obviously I can see because I already went through it, but I actually recorded it. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I probably will upload it anyways. But yeah, now we have Silent Abyss to do. So yeah, Silent Abyss steeple doesn't seem too bad. And yeah, let's do the Silent Abyss steeple. See you for that in Silent Abyss. So Silent Abyss has a monthly steeple, so there's actually 3 towers, well 2.5 really. I was thinking they were gonna do this, but I was too scared to make my estimate. Also, don't mind me being very quiet in the most difficult tower. It was late at night. But yeah, we got this. You just have to go to the advanced towers, and you just have to stay to the right of that wall. So just stay to the right. Don't go into one of these rooms, though. But you just got to go all the way across. Become allergic to this game, and you'll be able to see right here, Steeple of the Depot. This is a pretty cool steeple. It's not that difficult. I mean, not that difficult. It's intense, but there's a lot of safety in this. But anyways, going in, you'll be reminded of Steeple of Headstonification from Halloween 2022. But yeah, overall, just jump early for that and you'll be okay, but overall, gameplay isn't too bad. There's not too much. It could take a while, though, so yeah. This steeple, you just have to jump far. Please don't fall. And for this, you want to wait for this to be kind of passing, so about right here, you just want to jump, land on it, and then wrap to this truss, and then you can just do this far jump. Jump in the middle, and then you just go across this, trying not to take too much damage. For this, you just have to jump, and then you just have to avoid everything. If you do get hit, you'll just get teleported back, so you have to do maybe 3 jumps. But yeah, you just have to kind of dodge these, and then just go across. And then you'll be able to wrap around onto this, and then hit the button. You gotta jump quickly, though, because that platform disappears. Once you do that, you can now go back. You have to do this jump again. Try not to fail, because you'll have to lose quite a bit of progress. But now you can go this way. So you have to go on this, go here, and then you just have to do these simple jumps. This, it kind of tells you where to go, so you want to have your back leg towards the wall a little bit. And then you'll be relatively okay. This music is interesting. There you go. Once you're done, you just gotta jump on this disappearing platform. Then you just gotta go here quickly at that button. And now every 2 buttons, you can go down this hole. And now you're, like, in this area. Try not to fail that jump. But now you gotta do this corner flip. Okay, that's a corner flip. Be mindful of that. Dodge those kill bricks. Do another corner flip. Clear your throat. Oh, you don't have to do that part. But you gotta hit this button, and you get some button progress. You just basically have to jump back. And this is permanent button progress, so if you fail, you can make your way back. And then you just jump here. And then you have to land on one of these. The time can be weird. Try not to go on too many of those, though. So you want to hit one, and then you just kind of want to like keep going, and then jump off. It's not too bad. It's just timing it really. And then you see this jump. So you see, you have to jump to there. You just have to wrap around, then just jump here. It's not too bad. But now you have this section. You just have to kind of jump at the very edges like this, and you'll eventually make it. And the reason why you should jump towards these edges is because of the momentum. You can just keep jumping forward, and you'll likely land. Once you're far enough, you can just land on this platform and then do some wraparounds. I recommend doing it from the left because it's a bit easier. And now you have this wraparound. Don't jump onto those bubbles. So you just gotta wrap around, jump on top of here, and then you have rude teleporters ahead, so don't hit the teleporters. Just gonna have to dodge them, and then for this you just have to kind of wrap around. And they have this very fast conveyor, so be mindful of that. And then I just recommend jumping through. And now you have to. Oh yeah, you can't jump on the sound, but you have to do this weird thing. So you have to hit this. You have to spawn this, and then you have to do slash each here. And then you have to quickly hit this wall, apparently. I got teleported back. It doesn't really matter if you get teleported back like I did somehow. You just have to do these jumps. Try not to fail too much, though. The only thing you could probably fail is this jump, which I literally almost failed. Yeah, once you do this, you gotta walk across this, and then you can go up here, and then you can either use T-pose or /E dance 2. You just gotta hit that zip line, and then you fall off of it, and then you have to, and then you can jump. And after that, I got some simple reps. Try not to fail this part. And for this, don't try to do some head hitter there. Just go around and then just jump to here, and then you can go on this conveyor. They're pretty much okay. Try to wrap around this at the glowing spot because you'll likely make it. And then you go on this vine, and then you have to jump onto this, and then you have to jump off very quickly on those. And once you pass that, you're safe now. You can pretty much do anything. And oh, apparently we have Halloween 2022. I guess this is what themed off of. But you gotta find the button. It's not too difficult to find. Pause right now if you want to find it yourself. But yeah, well, to find the button, you just gotta go right here, hit that, and that was the wrong button. No, it wasn't. If you see those spikes, you hit the right button, and now you have this safety net. So don't worry about failing. You pretty much are gonna beat the steeple as long as you just don't lose it or something. But these jumps are a bit more difficult, but they're not too bad. For this, you just gotta jump towards the upper part and then just quickly head hitter up. And then after that, you just have to jump onto here, follow these arrows so you can jump to here, and then quickly wrap around because of that spear platform. Jump to here. It might be a bit weird because you could do stuff, but just kind of try to wrap like how I did and you'll be fine. And then you see this platform, you just have to jump here, quickly jump, get the button, you'll get teleported back a certain bit, which you can actually continue on. So you have this, you just kind of have to like be towards the center, you just have to time that exactly how I did. So right when this is going along, you want to jump around right there, and then you'll be able to land there and pretty much be okay, or you could just copy what I did. But yeah, now you have this, just kind of jump like this, try to not hit these, but you just got to keep going forward and eventually be able to jump off. And those are pretty strong conveyors, by the way, so be careful with those. And after that, you have this simple corner flip, and then you have this, so you have to jump on one of these, you have to jump in the center, hit a button, jump back onto this, and then you can go this new path to the button, which you have 20 seconds to do the following gameplay. It's not too bad, but it can catch you off guard, but don't worry, it's pretty lenient. But yeah, you have to jump up, hit the center, and then you have to quickly jump across because it's a red vine. Once you're here, you're pretty much good, but you might as well just go through. And now you're at this new section where you just have this simple gameplay to start off with. And then before you do anything, you see this arrow, do this, so you can get this special key. Because you'll notice, get 2 materials to build a zipline, you already found one of them. And the other one is conveniently right under here. So once you hit that, you'll be put on a zipline, you'll go here, and then you have to do this wrap quickly, because those disappear quickly. And then you have this, you just jump on here, corner flip, jump across these, do another corner flip, wrap into here, wrap out, do another corner flip, jump on this, jump off, and you should be good. Can't jump on top of the spinner, so don't jump on top of the spinner, just wrap around here, flick around. You can get stuck there, that corner can be a bit weird. But yeah, after that you just have some of this, just follow this line, walk down there, and then you can do like this, you can just climb back up pretty much. Wrap onto this, you might have to do a line a little bit because it's 2 stud gap, it's not that difficult though. And then you have this, you just gotta jump on one of the vines, and then you can just jump off onto this truss, and then you just have some pretty easy wraparounds. I say that is probably one of the most difficult wraparounds in the game, but yeah, you just have to reverse head hitter in here, and then you just have to get back by just wrapping around on the left, and then you can see this truss which you have to go on, and then you can just flick off, and then you just go to here, and pretty much good as now you can progress. So yeah, oh, that was careful. You just want to kind of wrap around like that. I don't know what I was doing, but I somehow landed it. Once you get to here though, you can actually still jump, but follow these arrows, go in this kill brick wall, and then you want to grab at least some vines, but I have a little bit of a trick here. You want to hit as many vines as you can at the beginning, and then you can just conveniently jump to the one that you need, because you hit all of them around this one vine. So you can just jump on this one vine, you can easily get across. That's my little hack for doing it. I don't know what you want to do. But yeah, I recommend doing this right path first because it's got actual gameplay. This is collidable, but yeah. After that, you just have to go around, quickly go across these red vines because they're red. And then you get your button, and now you can go through this corridor, once you have this puzzle, you just have to, you see that right there, you just have to spawn this on here, and then you just have to roll it across. And Parade doesn't roll back, so you just have to roll across and then just let go. Eventually you'll hit the button though, and then you got the 2 buttons you need. Now you can backtrack. So you can go around that way. I don't know why you would, but you could just hit all of these. Hit the couple that you need. It's okay if you have like 2 or 3 because you're not going to get put that far back. Anyways, once you're finished with that, you can go through this. You get teleported, and those transitions are really cool. By the way, if you fall, you could just walk back there as you're not very far away. So yeah, you get these simple jumps. You have to spawn this button. You have to immediately go to here. You'll see this. You just have to jump on it and then jump off. And then you go here, flick, and then flick off. And then you just have to wrap around, climb the truss. So yeah, you have to be facing the wall going forward so you can actually climb the truss. And then you have this, a corner flip. It can be a little bit weird, but it's going. And then you have a red vine. You just have to immediately jump off. By the way, if you don't hit the red vine, if you don't jump off, you'll just fall down. So it's not too bad. And then you have this. You have to go on this. You have to go in the center, and then you have 10 seconds to land on top of the spinner. Go here, quickly go through all this, wrap around, and then go through this portal. And at this point, you've beaten the steeple, but you still have to do this mechanic. Basically, you want to spawn this, quickly jump up here, hit this red vine, quickly hit this, and then quickly hit this, and then quickly hit this. In the order I just tried to copy exactly what I did there, and you'll do that puzzle. It's a bit weird, but eventually get it done. That red vine's also a bit buggy, so just be mindful of that. But after you're done, you just have some simple jumps. Just follow this, jump down to here, and then yeah. Oh, I kind of where do I go? Oh, you jump. Oh, I know where to go. This is a bit confusing, but you have to follow this. You have to jump down, then you have to go forward. You'll see this platform you can just jump onto. It's a bit confusing, but once you do that, you're good. And then you have this. So you have to time this red vine for about right there. So right when it's like passing the platform, so when it's about right here, then you want to kind of jump. So right there. So right there is when you kind of want to jump towards it. And then you have some simple stuff, and we just beat the steeple. That's pretty much it. So it's pretty simple steeple. It's worth completing. It's got tons of safety nets. It's just the beginning you have to do, and you get your win message and stuff. Kind of fun steeple. I don't know. I like this tower better, which unfortunately my commentary is terrible because I'm like talking really quiet. You can hear me though just fine because thankfully I'm not using my laptop microphone. I'm using an actual microphone. But yeah, this is the steeple. It's here somewhere. Whoa, what is that tower? I don't know what that tower is, but it's something. It's probably it's something. Yeah, now we got this tower. Yeah, by the way, beating these two, wow, you get a ton of tickets. 14, 17, and 21, 26. So yeah, that's the Silent Abyss steeple. It's time to do the easy one here. I'm assuming it's medium difficulty. It's probably the best thing. Imagine just a hard difficulty. It'd have to be really easy. But yeah, let's go to zone 4 now. Is that right? Yeah, zone 4. Let's go to zone 4. Now it is time for the last or first multi-tower this month. Whichever one you're doing first. I doubt you're doing this one first. I don't know, unless you're abnormal. But to find this one, you just have to go to the beginner towers. Probably recommend going the other way. But yeah, it's like high, medium. You got Tower of Odd Algorithm. Upon entering, you'll be like this, like Tower of Odd Algorithm, medium difficulty. So upon entering, you have some simple, catastrophic to nil difficulty jumps, pretty doable. Now you have pretty simple gameplay. You have to quickly jump up. You just have to dodge all these as much as you can. Jump up here, go around, and then you have to find 2 buttons. First one's right here, and the second one is right down here. So yeah, that part's probably the most confusing thing you'll ever see. Don't worry, once you pass it, you'll never see anything that bad again. You just have to wait for this beat block to be see-through, and you can just go through. And then you have a very tiny vine. Might be difficult to land, but you can do it. But yeah, you just have to go on top of here, go around as you actually have to land it. Just go across these, be quick as they disappear. And then you have pretty simple gameplay. Just hold W and you'll land. And then you go around here, dodge the holes, go around, go on top of these very thin tight ropes. And then you have this. You just gotta wait for it to cycle like parallel. I don't know the word where it like goes with you. I don't know. I think it's parallel. Make it where it's a parallel with you, and then go through. And now you're on floor 2. So you have a beat block. You just have to time the beat block right. It's not too difficult. Then you have this. You just have to carefully go across all these and then jump up. And then you have this X pusher. You just jump off, go on top of here, hit a button, which then you can use to progress further. And then you have this. You just have to dodge everything. Please don't mess up. And then you just jump off, hit this, and then you just go here, go around, go across this, quickly go here as this disappear, and then you just jump on top of the spinner, go here, and then go on top of this. You'll be flung, and then you could just jump off that. You have to jump over it, by the way. And then you just go across this, jump off, barely land, and then you just have overall not too bad. And then you're on floor 3, so you have to get a button. You just go across this, and oh look, you have the simple one section. Stay on the lower part. Be mindful though. I get it doesn't really matter. You can stay on the upper or lower part, but you have to hit this, which then you hit this, and then you have to go off of this. It's a bit weird, but you have to land off of it. I don't know. Just try your best to get your hitbox off of it. Otherwise, you're just gonna fall off, and it's not gonna be a fun ending. Basically, after that, you can just ride this platform. And then you just have to jump off, go here, and then just carefully go across, jump on top of this, and then you have a beat block head. So wait for that to not be collidable, and then jump, and you'll land. And somehow almost fail that. But it's not too bad, very sight readable. You just have to jump quickly, jump here, wait for this beat block to be collidable, jump here, and then jump off. And then you just go here. And then you have this. You just have to jump here, wait for the last second, wait for the last second, wait for the last second. Now you're on a brand new floor. This is for something. You just jump when this is not in your way, and then you have to jump onto it, and then you can jump up. You have some pretty simple gameplay, and then you just have to dodge this, land there, be careful, and then you just have to kind of like hold W. Eventually you'll fall through that hole. Try to be in the center. Wait for that to be disappeared above you, and then go. Just kind of copy what I do. And then you should be good. Make sure there's nothing there, and then you just go, get to a side. Then you just have this. You have to carefully jump as you have 0.3 nanoseconds to get across. And then you just have some simple jumps. Wait for this to be collidable, and then you just go down, go up, go on this. Just jump and land. Pray you just don't get incredibly unlucky. And then you have this. You have a seat platform. You just go across here, and then you just have to push this until you can kind of go on top of it. And then congratulations, you just reached a safety net. So this safety net is pretty easy. You just have to dodge this beat block. Pretty easy. Easier said than done though. Everything's pretty much easier said than done. And by the way, that is very collidable. So if you fail, you will have to restart your entire run unless you land at a specific location, and then you'll be fine. And that specific location is anywhere in this tower frame. So pretty much you land on what they consider the safety net, and you'll be fine. You have to get here, hit this vine, jump on top of here, quickly get across, and then you just have to go on top of this, progress, jump here, just walk, and then jump off, and then you just have to go on top of these triangles. And yes, they're triangles, not pyramid prisms or whatever it's called. You just have to jump on this beat block, jump off, and then jump on, and then just go across this. There's a button behind the wall. The creator of this floor was not lying. Basically, you just have to go on this vine, and then you have more of these platforms. As you can see, there's only like really one section that really needed like any commentary on. It was that one button section. But it's overall pretty easy gameplay. You just have to walk on this vine, jump on this, quickly jump here, jump on top, and now you're on, I think, floor 7. I don't know. But it starts off with some disappearing platforms, some conveyor jumps. And then you have an X pusher, which then you have to go around on, wait for this to be collidable. And then you just jump on, jump off. And then you just have to go this way, go on top of these platforms. And then you just jump, jump, jump. Wow. But I'm pretty sure this outside safety net, you just have to hit that platform. Do challenges, complete them so you can progress. This orb spawns the push box. So you have to jump here, quickly jump off, jump onto this, jump around. You just have to get as far as you can quickly so you can jump on top of these. and then you have to go all the way onto this vine very quickly, jump off, and then you just have to do all this gameplay within 25 seconds. So you just have to go here, quickly jump across this, jump off as you have 1 nanosecond to do that, and then you just have to wrap all the way onto the star and then quickly get off, and then you should be good. So now you have to get multiple buttons. You have to jump onto this power orb, hit a button, and then you have 1 challenge done. So that's the path you would have to go if you got both, but you only have 1. So it's time to do this other one. You just have to dodge that kill brick, jump on here, wait for these to be collidable, quickly go across, and then you have to follow this arrow down to here, dodge the kill brick, go across, hit the seat, jump up, and now you just have to jump down. Whichever one's collidable in the moment, doesn't really matter. And then you have to hit this button, and then you'll be teleported here, and you just did the challenge. So now you can continue on with life. So you just have to hit these 3 disappearing platforms, and then you just have to go on this top X pusher, go between the arrows, and then just push this other X pusher, and then you can just go on top of this. And then you just jump down, go through, do a corner flip. Nah, you don't do a corner flip. You just not jump through the frame. Where do you? I think there's. You jump on this huge vine on the left that I somehow couldn't see because I'm apparently blind. But yeah, you just go across, you enjoy some nice music, hit this orb, spawn this, wait for it towards the end, because if you wait the end towards 4, you can just jump here and then quickly jump across. And if you fail, you could possibly save. I don't know. Then you have this, and welcome to the dark forest. I said I was never going to do that again, I did it again. Don't try jumping on the buildings. Apparently jumping on the buildings are bad. So you have to jump here, jump on top of this orb, go across these. They disappear very quickly, but then you have to hit this, wait for it to respawn, which doesn't seem to happen. So you just have to go here, jump across this, and then you just have to go down here, go across this, and then you'll be a little bit slowed down just because. Wait. But yeah, try to skip over those 2x2s, I mean. And you just have to wait for this beat block to be collidable. And then you just go across, quickly jump to here, and I thought that person beat the tower with the boost, but GG to that person. Shout out to this person, because why not? And after that, you just have to jump here, jump on this bounce pad. And you're taking all the way here, and don't worry, there's a net. Just don't worry, wait for this to be collidable so you can take in the life of it. I don't know. This platform fades in 1 second, so you have 1 second to get off. 1 second's kind of a lot though compared to 0.1 nanoseconds. So you just have to go across, and yeah. So 1 second can be a lot, just kind of determines the context of it. But yeah, you just have to go here, and then this, and then go atop, you'll hit the seat, and then go here, hit this, go up, and then you just have to jump down here, and then time it right, just like how I did, and then you're on some floor. I think you're on 10. No, you're on 9. So you just have some gameplay. You have to spawn this, and then quickly get to the top as quickly as you can, and then jump off. And then you have to carefully go across this, and then you just have to fall through one of these, and then you have to go quickly up to here. After that, you just have to time this jump, pray you don't mess it up. And then you have to go all the way here, and then you just have to jump on one of these, trying not to fall through the edges. But you do have to go onto this bouncing platform, and you have to spot where you have to go. So you have to jump here, and then you have to go all the way this way, and then you have to go to this. After that, you just have to go around, go on one of these, walk through, and then quickly jump up. And then you just have to jump onto this, barely land that. Wow. And then you just have to go here. You have some simple tightrope jumps, jump onto the seat, which then you can jump up to. It looks like it hurt. And then you just have to go here. That's it. That was like violation of like 25 human rights or something. I don't know. And then you just have to go onto this, and congratulations, you're on the final floor. Yeah, watch your health. You lose health every 5 picoseconds. So you just have to keep going. There's press a button there to progress. You have to hit a button. You have to go backwards. Please dodge your health, as these do 73 HP. So you just have to hit your 73 HP or 5 HP if you're cool. But then you just have to go across this, jump up, hit these, hit this jump pad. I don't know why they have a unique jump pad. But after that, you just have some simple stuff. You just have to go on this orb, onto the seat, and then you have to do this 15 stud wrap. You just have to very carefully do the 15 stud wrap. You have a little bit of time, it's not too bad, but once you do that 15 stud wrap, this part's a conveyor, this part isn't, so be mindful of that. And then you can just go here, go across this, hit this jump pad, jump. I don't know why you need a jump pad for that, but I guess you do. Wait for these to be collidable though. And then you can go on them, and then you just have to go down here, jump at this, dodge those, hit the jump pad, and you have one more floor to go. So apparently we weren't on 410, but now we are. So you just have to dodge this kill buck, try to take as little damage as you can. And you just have to know where to go. So you have to... Oh, you have to jump onto this big vine. Apparently I'm blind to vines. I don't know. How am I blind to them? But you just gotta jump here, quickly jump off, then quickly jump off, and then you just go up to here. Wait for these to be collidable, and then you just go across. Jump here, quickly jump around, jump off, and then you have to spawn this open, and then immediately run for your life, like it depends on it. So you can make this, and then jump to here, hit this, as it fades in under a second now. And then you just have to go here, hit this, jump up, and you just have to push the X pusher, and then you have these. And by the way, the Ark's Towers of Community Towers of Hell is actually open, and you can actually play that game again, which I find nice. So if you want to play that game, go straight towards it. You know, after that, you just have this. You just gotta go across this way, follow the stuff, go on this, jump pad, and then you just have to go here, quickly go across, quickly, and then you just have to go here, wait for this to be collidable, and then quickly go across. Go here, jump onto the seat, jump off the seat, hit this X pusher thing, and you have to go onto this vine, which I actually saw. No way. And then you just go onto the frame and you beat the tower. So yeah, that's that tower. You got 13 minutes and you got 13 minutes of fun. But once you're done with that, that's this month's monthly challenges. If you're just seeing this video, then find the other two. But if you're watching this entire thing, that's all those. And yeah, just like always, hope this is useful somehow. And that's my commentary on this month's monthly towers. I'll see you next month for next month's towers, unless it was January 2024. Then you'll see them when these come out. So yeah, see you next time for next towers.